Okay. Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce. They call me Uncle Bruce here. It's nice to see you. Hope you're doing okay. Today is July 11th. It's Tuesday here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We're into Stampede. The Stampede week is underway. The exhibition of Stampede, the greatest outdoor show in the world. It's happening every night. The fireworks go off at 11 o'clock from the Stampede grounds. The fireworks show's going on. The town is tired. Tuesdays are a tough one. Wednesdays are tough around here. I haven't been stampeding. If you might notice, I look a little tired. I haven't been out of the house. It's just that yesterday, Mondays are a long day for me. I have a lot of work to do, and I got through it, and I'll get a nap later today, and I'll rest up a little bit. I'm fine. We're okay. Jennifer is great. She says hi to all of you out there. Auntie Jen is enjoying herself with her sister and brother-in-law, and a couple more days, and I gotta bring her back. So everything is good over there. Welcome one and all to the channel. The markets this morning. We like to talk about the markets in plain English here. We're up a little bit. It's been green kind of all morning for the indexes, at least pre-market trading. We're up 59.60 points on the Dow, which is 0.17 of a percentage point. Can't read too much into that. We're up 7 points on the S&P 500, same kind of percentage there. And then NASDAQ is up 30 points, which is 1/5 of a point. So we don't have a massive green wave coming into the market, but there's cautiously optimistic investing going on. And certainly in certain areas of the market, there is more confidence than in other areas of the market. And that maybe is something we should keep in mind. It isn't a blanket across the board. Oh, we just love this market. The market is undervalued. We got to get in. We got to buy it up. That's not the vibe. It's more of the AI area, artificial intelligence area. Yep, that looks good. And it covers a wide swath of stocks, and in particular, it really covers a good chunk of the Nasdaq 100. The used to be known as the FANG stocks. Now we're talking about the Magnificent Seven. They say the Magnificent Seven are the ones to watch. Well, our usual suspects are in there, of course, Apple and Microsoft. Those two shares are near or at all-time high range. NVIDIA, all-time high range in its own right. Then there's Facebook or Meta, Google and Amazon. Today is apparently Prime Day at Amazon. Today's Prime Day. So I don't know if any of you are getting deals or not, but great day to promote the stock, I say. What else? All these other stocks that are into the artificial intelligence game. C3.ai Inc., which is symbol AI. Our friends over at, our friends over at Unity Software, which is symbol U. They're up this morning in the pre-market. NVIDIA, of course, is up. There's Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple, Tesla we're watching. Of course, we're up 49 cents on Tesla. It's kind of green, more or less, with the odd little red indicator, but nothing serious. So that's it there. A headline came out about, 10 minutes ago. And these are generic headlines that no one has to take credit for. You can't point the finger and blame anybody, but the headline was something like analysts predict oil headed for $80 a barrel. Well, okay. Let's talk to an analyst who follows the TV show, the Housewives of Beverly Hills, and find out what they're predicting. I mean, what do you think? What's going to happen for the show next year? I mean, come on. These headlines are a dime a dozen. They're not even that. They're 5 cents a dozen. They're like a penny for a million. They're useless, and they are not based on fact. They're pure speculation, and it's like it's like you and I are supposed to believe this is absolutely going to happen. Oh, if an analyst predicts oil to go to 80, well, that's fact. And I just sit back and go, really? I'm getting too old for this crap. I don't believe these guys. I need more than just your opinion. Give me something behind your opinion. Can you give me any kind of facts, like oil consumption is going to be at massive levels higher than they were 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago? Can you give me something that would seem to indicate to me that there's a shortage of the commodity, and so its value is bound to go higher? Because we are now into the summer driving season. July 4th was a week ago. This is the 11th, I said. A week ago was July 4th. Were there any shortages of fuel anywhere in the United States? No, there were no shortages of fuel in Canada. Gasoline is available all you want, everywhere you want it, and we're at the height. We are now into the height of the summer driving season, the traditional time of year where mommy and daddy grab the kids in the station wagon, load it up, and go camping, or take the kids to grandma and grandpa's house 3 states away, or we're doing this giant trip to Disney World or Disneyland that we've never done before. This is the era. By the way, do any of you folks know anybody? Let me ask you this: do any of you folks know anybody out there that family of four that has a station wagon? I think those days are gone. I think the so-called station wagon is now an SUV, and family of four, maybe, but I don't know if in America, Canada, the average family is a family of four anymore. I kind of wonder if the average family in North America is a family of three, not 4 or 5. But my wife tells me all the time, she remembers when she was the tiniest little member of the family. She was the baby of the family, and she remembers going for a drive with mom and dad and her 4 siblings. And in those days, dad had something like a Galaxy 500 company car, and she would be in the back window on that. What do we call that back there? The back dashboard. She'd be lying back there, looking out the back while they were driving down the highway, down the country roads, going to wherever they were going. Those would be the 50s, the late 50s and early 60s. Those days don't exist anymore. Kids are so buckled in now. It's amazing they don't have bubble bags all around them. They're stuffed into these chairs, and you can barely see out the front. Is there any wonder why kids cry when they have to go back into the damn car seat? Can you imagine how hot some of those are? It's gotta be terrible. I complain. What can I say? Welcome to the show. Great to have you here. It's nice to see you all. There's just a bunch of mixed signals coming out of the economy these days, and we're just trying to follow. If you're a follower of this channel, you're an option writer, most likely. This channel has changed from where I was 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, where I was just sitting here trying to answer your questions about what was going on in the market and what does a limit order mean? What does a stop loss order mean? How do stocks? Why do stocks go up or down? I mean, I was answering really basic questions 2.5 years ago. Today, the questions I get now from a lot of my viewers are a lot more sophisticated, because so many of you come down the highway here to learn how to write options on your portfolios, and I'm delighted because it keeps me very much engaged. I don't have to say the same thing every show anymore like I used to. It's a different thing. Although I will admit, this channel's viewership is a lot lower than it was 2.5 years ago, when there would be 20,000 people here watching me live, asking me basic questions about why is the sky blue and so on. The world has changed since then. Of course, all of you were locked up at the time. You couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't go to work. You couldn't travel. I couldn't go anywhere, and so we were sort of getting to know each other. But it's great to have you here, and those of you who have taken the initiative to write options on stock you either have or you've taken the initiative to rearrange your portfolios to fill it with instruments that you're using to write stock options with. Congratulations. It's the thing about the options market that those who don't know it or can't understand it, certainly from a writing perspective, they don't fully appreciate it. But for a lot of you here who 2 years ago began to find out about this and investigated it, you started taking my classes and hang out with me every day. A number of you very quickly figured it out that, you know what, just because I love company blah, I don't have to hold the stock until company whatever does something, when the stock actually takes off. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for a breakout, a financial report, or whatever is expected in the next 3 6 months, a year, whatever, in the meantime, what I can do is follow Uncle Bruce and his crowd. Why don't I just pick up stock in a company where I can write options and bring in some serious premiums? Because my objective is to quit my day job. I want to replace my cash flow with my own cash flow from my own investment and walk away from the dependency of company whatever, so I don't have to work the 8 hours a day I'm putting in, or the 10 hours a day, or 12 hours a day with commute time added in. I want to get away from that. For a number of you, the objective was, I want to stay working from home. I don't ever want to go back to the office, and I don't want the kids to go to daycare anymore. Maybe you're going to home care the kids. You're going to be the bus driver to get them to school and back. You're going to be the picker upper and dropper offer of the family. And options gave you that ability to make that move. Some of you have figured out that owning stock is great, and writing options on stock. If you really want to bring in the maximum cash flow, a much more higher amount of cash flow on the amount of capital you've got, then the poor man covered call strategy might be the one for you, where you buy calls in a stock you like, deep in the money for way out in time, and now you write short-term calls against those. And instead of having 100 shares or 500 shares, you have 15 or 20 deep in the money calls instead of 500 shares. You might have, in some cases, it's double the number of calls you can write. Sometimes it's triple, or anywhere in between, or more. So for some of you who wanted to quit your day jobs but thought, boy, I don't think I won't be able to get there for years. Some of you figured out very quickly, wait a minute, Bruce, I have 40 grand worth of whatever stock here and ETFs and other investments. If I just dump those off and cash that in, turn around and buy 40 grand worth of deep in the money calls, I could get 20 grand worth of this stock and 20 grand worth of that stock. I can then write options on those two blocks of deep in the money calls. And the number of options I am writing and the kind of premiums that these contracts give up is a far higher amount of capital coming into this household than what I'm getting right now. And I commend those of you who've been able to make these kinds of moves. A number of you in the last month or two or three have really moved over towards the AI stock, the C3.ai Inc., which I always have trouble saying the name of that outfit, but the AI symbol. You've moved into that one with deep in the money calls, and you're writing contracts that are just bringing you gobs of money. Then there are those of you out there who will say to me, I don't really want to own stock, and I don't want to own deep in the money calls, but I want to earn money writing options. And so you're writing cash secured puts. And if you are biased on a stock that you feel it is a winner longer term, the shares will rise in value as the company becomes a bigger and better outfit, then writing cash secured puts is a great way to go, because it's a bullish strategy. It's a strategy where you're bullish on the stock, not negative. But you're also practical, and you're sitting back going, I love this AI company and I love Sofi, but I don't expect them to double today. Would be nice, but I don't expect it. But if they kind of hang around here, and they rise a little bit over the next month or two, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind it because I can make money on it by not even owning the stock. And here's where people go, they look at me and go, Bruce, you're losing me, man. I'm new to this game, and you're telling me I can make money writing options on something I don't own. How the hell does this work? And so you have the cash secured put program going on here, where you write a put against a stock you don't own. You write a put against a stock you would be willing to own at a price you'd be willing to pay for a set period of time, but you have to be compensated today for that commitment. And that's the best part about writing cash secured puts. On Sofi yesterday morning, we were sitting at about $8.04 a share, 8.10, 8.12, and the shares had been 10.24 just in the last month. They were back to this low 8 level, and there were viewers here yesterday who wrote cash secured puts on Sofi yesterday with an $8 strike price, where they were basically saying to the market, I'll buy Sofi at $8 a share for the next 2, 3, 4 months, all the way to January 2024. I'll go that far out, but you got to give me $1.25, $1.30 today. You got to give me money today, upwards of $1 share or more, in order for me to even think about buying this stock at $8 a share. And lo and behold, people here were writing cash secured puts one after the other. All they had to do was put up enough capital with their broker to be able to buy the stock at $8 a share. Basically, that's all they had to really do. And in some cases yesterday, by the way, there were 750s and there were $9 contracts and various prices all over the place. But nonetheless, even 750s were sitting at 115 yesterday, 117, 120. You put up $750, you can write a put contract for $750. 100 shares per contract, $750 is the total commitment to write one cash secured put. You want to write 10 of them, then come up with $7,500. Well, there are viewers here who watch me and say to me, Bruce, I got 20, 30 grand and I don't want to put all of that money into one stock. But there are times where I'd like to be involved in a stock. When I see a dip, I'd like to kind of get in. But rather than buy the stock, why don't I just write a cash secured put? And if the stock bounces back up a little bit, the put value will drop. I sold the puts up here. They drop. I'll buy them back down here and keep the difference. Well, the 750s dropped 22 cents yesterday on the day to close at 95 cents. Well, they were up in the 120 level. I'm sure they may have been in the 135.40 level yesterday morning. The shares go over $9 this morning. If they want to go to $9.25 today, these 750s will be 75 cents because they're going to be a ways out of the money, even though they have until January to live. This is the beauty of writing cash secured puts. You can write them for a week or two out, a month out if you want, very short term, but you're not going to get much in premiums. You write further out in premiums, out in time, you'll get a larger premium, which gives you a couple of things to work on. You have more time to decide if you're going to buy back, if and when you're going to buy back your puts. You have more time with which to watch the market do what it does. And if there is a lovely move to the upside, they will drop in value and you can close out the position anytime you want. You can then shift into $9 puts or $10 puts, the higher the shares go. Without owning the stock, you can ride the stock higher and keep writing higher strike price puts and taking the depreciation of those puts. A wonderful scenario. And again, you can write 10 or 20 or 30 of these. You make 30 cents a share. It doesn't sound like a lot, but $30 a contract times 30 contracts is $900. If that happens in 2 or 3 days, is there a problem here? If you wrote these 750 calls yesterday for $1.30 and you're buying them back this morning for 90 cents, that's a 40-cent gross profit. That's $40 a contract. And there are 23,500 contracts out there that trade. There's many, many, many contracts. You want to write 10 or 20, you're not going to affect this market. The market, as of the bell last night, they were 94 to 96 cents, 2 cents spread between bid and ask. There you go. You can do the same thing, of course, on puts, cash secured puts on any stock you want to write on. up to you. What do you what do you want to move into? You want to move into Tesla? You want to move into AI? You want to move into uh, um, Apple and Microsoft? How much capital you got? Can you write a call? Well, if the more expensive the stock, the more money you're going to need to write the call, or the put, I should say. But if you've got the capital to write 10 Tesla cash secured puts, and each one is a $250 strike price put contract, you're going to need 25 grand for each contract you write. You got enough for 10, you need $250,000. But it's all relative, isn't it? Whether you write 1 or 5 or 7 or 15 or whatever, it's the same trade for everybody who does the trade. The same trade, the same objective. Write the put at this price up here, the big premium you can get it, and buy it back at a lower price. That's the strategy. Sell now, buy back later. If you're comfortable with a $250,000 transaction on Tesla, you're doing 10 put contracts. They drop $5 each. That's a $500 drop per contract. Times 10 is $5,000. You buy them back and score a $5,000 gain on a $250,000 investment in, say, a week. Congratulations. Is there something wrong with that trade? No, there's nothing wrong with that trade. So what's that, 2% in a week? That's 100% a year. Did that every week. Thank you very much. These are the kinds of trades that are happening here now that weren't happening, couldn't have happened 2 years ago. I wasn't talking about cash secured puts 2.5 years ago on this channel. We introduced cash secured puts. I introduced those to you in the summer of 2021, the fall of 2021, the winter of 2021-22, through the classes that we've put together. And if you want to learn how to write options and be to be able to understand how options work as a whole and understand the option market in a general sense, and become a little more proficient in the terminology that's being used and how they appreciate, how they depreciate, how they're created, all of the ins and outs of the option market, then you have to go here. There's my website down below there, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. Head over there and check out the classes for yourself. You'll find there are 15 of them, and you can grab one anytime you want. They run about 1.5 hours to 2 hours each. They were done in front of a live captive audience, which most of the students are right here. You see their names here. And I get interrupted often while I'm doing my classes by Jennifer, but because Auntie Jen is reading the comments of the classmates of the students as I'm doing my presentation, and then questions come to me as I'm yapping away. I stop the presentation, answer the question at hand, and move on. And that seems to work very well. It gives everyone in the class a feel that we're not being left behind here. If there's something he said we don't quite get, he'll re-explain it. It's done in a plain English way. So if you'd like to learn how options work in plain English, rather than all the gobbledygook that you guys are probably noticing out there in the wide world, because there are many places you can go for information on how options work, but try to understand the lingo that these analysts are using and these pundits are using. In some cases, it's very difficult. Not all are difficult to understand, but some are really proud of themselves with the fancy lingo they like to use. I try to keep it in plain English for you. Learn how options work and join the party right here. Learn how to write options and bring in some capital. Thank you, all of you, for popping through here. It's so great to see you. Thank you for these thumbs ups, by the way. Richard Garland, thank you. Bobby Atkinson, I got to actually roll my HPQ 32s today. Oh my gosh. Lame Duck is thumbs up number 10. Dean is here. Bobby Atkinson, number 16. Deep Value, I'm 18 on the thumbs up meter. Lorraine, I'm 22. 21, actually. Alberto, numero 22. Not a 10 like Beach Boy, though. Not a lurker. Welcome, Alberto. Options Nomads, number 25. Alex, I'm in here. Number 23, good morning. Not a lurker says, Alberto, how are you? Better, my man. Better, says Alberto. Touchgrass, I'm number 27. Good to hear, says not a lurker. David R, number 32. Drew 34. Beach Boy, Alberto rocks. Zeta State, good morning. Welcome. Hey, I got an alert. The show started. I got an alert when the shows. I haven't seen that for over a year now. Flint Creek, Alberto. Bobby, another sign. Alberto's back and we can begin. Alberta's going, how you doing? Flint Creek, Joey's voice, how you doing? Larry Titus, good morning, everybody. I'm number 38 on the thumbs up meter. Alberto, Bobby, you know it. John Anderson, hello, everybody. David R. Does Alberta have a YouTube channel? Beach Boy, there's a scent of cashmere. I like it. And Nucio, good morning. And I'm number 48. Welcome, my friend. Not a lurker anymore. PD stock, laugh out loud. Let's go. What else is happening here? David R. Uncle Bruce is calling this younger generation. What does that mean? Snowflakes? I'm not sure what that means. Are you selling stock for meet and greet? Asks Lurker. Alberto, cell phones eliminated so many items. 8-track tapes, GPS, carbon copy calendar, phone booths. That's it. White Feather, Alberto, I'm glad to see you. I was a bit worried about you, my friend. B Tizzle, good morning, everybody. Not a lurker anymore. Hello, White Feather. Alberto, White Feather, thank you. White Feather, hope all is good with you. Belcho says, I'm better every day. Now playing catch up with an workload. Chase Rosita Parker, I am 63 on your thumbs up meter. Bruce, you're going to get your 200 thumbs ups today. Thank you, everybody. Mr. Premium of the Options, good morning, everybody. What's going on here? As Blair saying there was a freeze in the video. Bruce froze up. Dusty Weeks. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. Good morning, Blair. By the way, have someone tried to watch Uncle Bruce in VR? Bobby, is there a lamp in a VR virtual reality there? What else is going on here? JR, number 75. Good morning. Hey, Alberto is back. Sell my house. I think I'm number 75. I just want to rock, says Touch Grass. Home Skillet, I'm 77 thumbs up here. We're pushing this guy to 200 today. Thank you all. DKH, I just finished my 5th class. I'm looking forward to getting into this game. Right on, everybody. Slayer, maybe it's only a green screen lamp. White Feather, I have an AI July 24 $20 cash secured put that I sold for $388. Just went green yesterday. Interesting. Not a lurker anymore. JR Alberto is here, and we can start the show laughing out loud. Pat Markley, I think I was number 8 this morning. Splair, by the way, back to market. Rocket Lab seems to be running into a $6 opening, and we're looking good already. Well, we like that. Rocket Lab, let's take a look here. Last I see now, $6 a share, up 3 cents. We've got Sofi up a dime at 882. GameStop 23.45 down 9. We got 33 minutes to go before we open for trading. Matterport is up, looks like a nickel, 324. 23andMe is at 177, 178 now, up another couple of pennies this morning. Spire is hanging around 59.89. And we've got ATIP sitting at 918, up 77 cents this morning. Nothing else smart. Rent. Apple up 96. Goldman up 132. Cisco's up 5 cents now. Tesla down 27 cents. Arc Innovations up 23. Microsoft up 54. Pfizer's up 3. HBQ up 66 to 32.20. Alphabet, Google up 18 cents. Amazon up 93. Nvidia up 215. Unity up 54. And AI up 48 cents this morning. At the moment, that's where we've got this market. As far as the indexes go, looking at the Dow, we're now showing a 119-point gain, a third of a point. We got S&P up 11 and NASDAQ up 41. They're up about a quarter of a point. So we're a little better than we were half an hour ago on the pre-market. Crude oil up 33 cents at 73.32. Welcome one and all. JR, yeah. Alberto is laughing. DH, I think I was 33 today. No, lurker. I thought it was 26 on the thumbs up range. Let's see. Luca, I think I'm at 87 here. Ciao from Chester, UK. Welcome, my friend. Nice to have you all here. Everybody, welcome to the party. Nice to have you going through here. Beach Boy protests all over Israel today. It just continues over there. It's unbelievable. Issues all over the place. BB is toast. Democracy Now! Says Beach Boy. Hawkeye, number 94, Bruce. Almost halfway to 200 thumbs ups already. Flint Creek, so much love here. Thank you, viewers, reaching out personally as we navigate this tough time. My mom is unexpectedly about to pass. That's sad. And it's a passage of time is brutal, isn't it? It's just so difficult. The other day I was looking around the living room here, and we're been moving into this apartment here bit by bit by bit. We're about 80% through the boxes, and you just grind out the last of it. But all around the living room floor, the perimeter, Jennifer and I have found a bunch of portraits and photos, framed items, and they're all standing up against the wall, kind of where on the wall they're going to go. Okay, subject to some more adjustments. And one part of the living room wall, there are a bunch of family portraits where Jennifer and I and Jennifer Jr. and my parents had our photos taken back in 1995 or whatever, whatever it was. I think there were two photo sessions we did with my parents back in the 90s and 2000s. And Jennifer Jr. is, you can tell how far back it is because she's 10, 11, 9, whatever. And you're looking at your mom and dad who aren't here anymore, and you're going, wow, the passage of time. And then you look in the mirror at yourself, and then you look at your father in that photo from 25, 30 years ago, and you're going, oh, I look like him. That is a wake-up call, but it's the inevitable passage of time, and it is just so brutal. There are times where things change unexpectedly, and then there are times where things change over quite a bit of time. And boy, it's not easy. It's just not easy. And Flint Creek, we feel for you. I personally feel for you, and we go one day at a time, don't we? We just keep going. We keep going. We never stop, and that's the name of the game. Thank you so much for being part of us. Hello from Sweden, Bjorn. I'm number 93. I hope you guys are going to have a good week out there. Alberto, we are glad you're back, says Trish the Dish. And thank you, says Alberto. Alberto, Flint Creek prayers are being sent to you. Hugs to you from Hawkeye, Flint Creek. Thank you all. What else is happening here? Everyone is sending love your way, which is wonderful. You guys got me tearing up. Let's see. Yeah, for those of us who've been down the road, we know, and you never forget. Thank you, everybody. And thank you to Flint Creek, and again, to all of you who are here. It's wonderful. We continue to go forward. It's hard, but we have to do it. Where are we at now? Sofi, 885, up 14 cents this morning. We are now 27 minutes away from opening our day. Look at Rocket Lab, 604, up 7. Sofi, 882. GameStop now is still down 6. Let's see some more updates here if I can get them to flash through here. Matterport up 6. ATIP at 918. I don't know if there's any volume behind that trade or not. Yeah, it's only a couple of negatives. Cisco down 5 cents, Tesla down 38. Nothing serious. Everywhere else, it's green here. And that's the story right there. And there's a lot of speculation going on, and analysts talking about the possibility of interest rates topping out, and maybe they won't have to be going any higher, and maybe they'll start going lower, and wouldn't that be great? And yeah, whatever. We'll see. I don't think so. I think the inflation problem is going to be with us for a while yet, and the last 3 percentage points to eliminate is going to be the worst. There are so many news stories out now talking about workers on strike trying to get raises. Now, obviously, there are many workers negotiating with their employers. Many strikes averted that never happen. But then there are some union groups and other labor groups that are getting a lot of press. One of which is UPS. The UPS workers at the end of this month, their contract, they put their strike notice on. They're walking at the end of the month. If a deal isn't reached, we have about 19 days to see a deal come through, less than 3 weeks. In Canada, the port workers in Vancouver are on strike. So far, the government of Canada has not stepped in to legislate them back to work. But there are supply chain issues showing up, especially to do with automobiles coming from Asia into Canada. Probably Hyundai's, Toyotas, Nissans, all the other brands. A lot of cars get brought in through container ships, large auto carrier ships, and they're sitting in the harbor off the coast of Vancouver, and they cannot go to Portland. They can't go to Seattle, and then you can bring the cars up. That'll add $1,000 a car in cost to bring them into Canada because of the paperwork at the border. I mean, it's a nightmare. So they've got to come in through the Canadian port, and the dock workers know it. The car companies know it. The car dealers know it. And yet those ships and others are coming up here, and they're piling up, and they're not returning on time back to where they're supposed to be, where they came from, to get another load. And so you can imagine there are vehicles piling up at ports in Japan and in South Korea, elsewhere, where the cars are not leaving to go to Canada right now on a scheduled run. So all kinds of issues out there, to say the least. All right. Let's see here. What's going on here? Go Sofi, says JR. We just had a new contract ratified. UFT, says Lorraine. Jason, my union just received a 10% wage increase among other items. IBEW, and this is the thing that I wanted to mention is these contracts are being negotiated, and rightly so. People who have been working under a contract for 2 or 3 years, they expire. They have to be renewed. When those contracts were made years ago, inflation wasn't at 8, 10, 12%. But we've had a good year of this nonsense. And okay, at the moment, it looks like inflation is not quite as high as it was, but the damage has been done. Every one of you out there, you all know that prices have been lifted on all of you and your goods and services and needs, and they're not going back down. And so everyone has to bring in a higher amount of capital, inflation adjusted capital, I suppose. And these contracts are not surprising to me. This doesn't surprise me that you see a 10% wage increase go through. Not surprising at all. And did you mention beautiful British Columbia? I may have. Vancouver, pretty place. Alberto Spur, you keep your head up there. Luca, sorry to hear. Flint, be strong. Hawkeye, sorry to hear that, Spur. Enjoy the moments. He's saying that I received this year bad message, cancer from my mom. Still unbelievable for me. Anyways, I try to use the free time, which is still left wisely, with stuff that leads my mind away. And Spur, we love you, buddy. You know it, and you keep hanging in there and keep working on it. We will get through. Juan, last week I say Cash Secure puts available on AMC $4 strike expiring in November. The price was $2. I was so unsure because you get 200, but then you have the risk of AMC. Well, there's the thing. Do you think it would be all right? I'm not going to give an opinion on AMC shares to anyone because I don't comment on AMC anymore. AMC is not a stock I want to talk about. I've had enough fun with AMC. Anyone out there who's playing with AMC, you're on your own. I can't help you there. All righty. Let's see. BZ, Jason, what's up, brother? I'll try my best. You nailed it. It's the thing you can do, especially the extra long hugs Uncle Bruce is mentioning, because you never know when the last one is to be had. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Let's see what else is going on here. Welcome all to the show. We are 21 minutes away from opening here. It's great to have you all with us today. We've got a 119 point gain, it looks like, on the Dow right now. We're up about 11 on S&P, and NASDAQ up 45. That seems to be what we have. We have 106 thumbs ups showing on the meter at the moment. We are over halfway to 200 thumbs ups. Thank you all. There are 165 of you here on a lazy summer day. Thank you all for joining in with us. Great to see you here in July. Appreciate it very much. Welcome all to the party, pals. Going to see if this market has any legs to it or not, any follow through or not. We're at 608 on Rocket Lab. We're happy through 6. Let's keep it going. SoFi 883 up 11 now. GameStop at 23.42 down 12 cents. Not much in the way of big moves here. Like I say, Apple up 92, Goldman now up 230, Tesla down 62 cents. Nothing serious there. And HPQ up 56, Google up just 17, Nvidia up 225, Unity up 63, and AI up 65 cents at the moment. Microsoft announced a couple hundred more layoffs this morning through some kind of a filing. So they're continuing to make adjustments to their workload and work staff. Not surprising. Let's see what's going on in Splair. I'm curious if we end up in a free hug party and following meetups. Beach Boy Splair, I feel for you, mate. Stephen Carney, number 69 on the thumbs up meter. There you go, everybody. Thank you for popping through here and saying hi to us. Meetup, the meetup for this channel is set for October 21st in New York, either in Manhattan or in New Jersey. We'll keep you posted on that. It looks like it'll be about, I'm thinking it's going to be like about a 4-hour thing, kind of like a 1 to 5. I guess we'll get back to you on that when we know exactly what the deal is. But it is October 21. That's a Saturday. Saturday, October 21 this year in New York. For those of you in Europe, Jennifer and I will be in Europe for about 2 months, from late August to the latter part of October. We look forward to seeing some of you in Europe. We'll compare notes and see what schedules look like and what's going on. We're still putting our schedule together over there. And then those of you in Australia and New Zealand, if there's any of you down under watching this program, Jennifer and I are plotting to be in Sydney, Australia in the first week of December, and Australia as a whole through December, January, parts of February, and then we're looking to be in New Zealand for parts of February and March. If any of you are down there, or if any of you are traveling down there, let us know. We'll catch up with a cup of coffee and compare notes. Well, looking forward to that. Should be fun. And then next year in April, May, we will be in Palm Desert, California, to finish off the winter season. So looking forward to seeing some of you folks in California. We might have to do a meet and greet in California this year. I think it would be a good idea to have a meet and greet in California this year. We'll see if we can maybe slap something together and go from there, but I'm not going to organize it yet. It's much too early. There you go. Uncle Bruce, what do you think about this one here? Any thought on Roku? ROKU. Kathy Woods bought it. What do you think about it? I don't know anything about it. I do not follow that company. I don't even know what the stock price is. So I couldn't possibly give you an opinion because of the millions of shares out there. I got nothing. I really don't know. Anyway, there you have it. What's going on here? Flint Creek. I imagine we're going to into the evening after the meetup. I mean, we're in the greatest city with endless possibilities here. We can call Uncle Bruce to bail us up in the morning. Oh my God, the trouble in New York. Trouble in New York. Zed, hi. Does anyone know when SoFi will have its earnings report? JR Flint Creek. I like this idea of getting together after that thing. Splair and Flint. That's why I hope that I will be great for y'all. You want to join this New York meet and greet next year as well. And we'll see what's going on. Beach Boy, Splair. But it is necessary, else that government destroys us. We get lessons from failed democracy. Option Nomads, bummed to miss y'all at the meetup. We have a big race that day and need to be in Wisconsin. Splair, Rocket Lab 604, and SoFi 884. Is someone here having access to the pre-market? One, SoFi earnings and earnings call is July 31. July 31. So that's 20 days. 3 weeks yesterday is when the SoFi thing is going to happen. So will there be a run-up on SoFi in the next 3 weeks? Will the shares begin to break the 9 and into the 10 level just as we come up to July 31 for this blessed event? I wonder. I don't know. Zed Estate, did you know Kathy Wood also bought into SoFi, by the way? There you go. Kathy Woods is into a lot of different stocks at all times. Lots going on there. We are 15 minutes away from opening for the morning, everybody. Thank you all for joining in here with us. It's great to see you. We're up 119, it looks like, on the Dow. Let me just refresh my big-ass iPad screen. Looks like a 121-point gain on the Dow so far this morning. We got a 12-point gain on S&P and NASDAQ up 34 points. Quarter point to a third of a point better to open the morning. And crude oil is at 73.72 right now, up apparently 73 cents a barrel in Texas. Here's another headline that will tell you about inflation. A company called Salesforce, which is part of the Dow, I believe, to raise prices by 9%. They're going to raise their prices by 9%. That's got to make you wonder. UPS, here's another one. USPS raised their prices again. That's another indication of inflation not going away. U.S. raises stamp prices for the third time in the past year. U.S. Postal Service. That adds to inflation. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Anyway, there you go. This is inflation that is embedded into our economy. We expect price increases. We reluctantly accept price increases. And in reality, these price increases mean that inflation will stay embedded in the economy, and it makes the Fed's job that much harder, and they're going to have to keep rates at these levels, at the very least, if not higher than these levels. And that is the other issue that everyone is talking about out there, or many analysts talk about, that what if rates go another half a point to a point higher, and they stay at those levels for 2 more years? What kind of damage are we going to see in the housing market, the commercial real estate market, banks, regional banks? How difficult will this be for the foundation of the U.S. economy, Western economies as a whole? In the meantime, the Federal Reserve is tightening its money policies, which means less capital flowing around in the economy as a whole, which means less money in the markets. Bond market gets tighter, higher rates. Stock market gets tighter, higher requirements for margins. That changes things, and so all of a sudden the market gets even more selective, where action will be good and where action will not be good. Now, as an option writer, you have to sit back and say, well, actually, this is good for me, and you're right. If you're an option writer and you're writing call options on stock or on deep in the money calls, or you're writing, relatively short-term cash secured puts, you are on the right side of the market, generally speaking. If you're incredibly bullish, you might not be very happy. But if you are conservative and you're writing call options, you're going to generate nice returns on shrinkage. No question about it, because if the stock market finds that its liquidity is being messed with the tightening of the money supply globally, that means there's less cash to run markets any higher. That just means we've turnover. Perfect for option writers. Absolutely perfect for option writers. There you go. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Splair. Well, maybe Kathy's actually buying up heavily. I remember the first time she joined, the stock just went up every day. Yesterday, maybe some good news here and there might be enough for SoFi. Beach Boy. Salesforce was an Israeli startup. Another example of high-tech company that we would lose if dictatorship rises its ugly head around here. Luca. Europe, Milan is nice after summer. Just saying, Bruce, if you're going to be in you're going to be in Vienna and you're heading over to Switzerland, you might want to stop in Milan and just kind of pop in over there. That's something we might just do. I can't say we wouldn't. I'm not saying we will, but not gonna knock it off either. Exactly. Cindy B, I am number 111. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. Good morning, Cindy B. Thank you for being here. 115 thumbs ups are now in this house. 85 left to go to get to 200, and we're only 10 minutes away from opening. Thank you all for coming through every morning as you do and just nailing that thumbs up button for me, giving this show a little bit of momentum to invite the rest of the world to come and join us. 180 people are here, slowly climbing up. I wonder if we'll hit 200, 220 today. I don't know how many folks will top out at, but thank you, all of you who are here. Let me know where you're watching me from. What city are you in? And what's your high temperature expected to be today? Let us know how that looks. We are fortunate here in Calgary. We did get into the 80s last week, which is normal for July around here, but nothing like some of you out there who are just getting hit with triple digit and the worst temperatures. Today, we're only going to be at about 67, 68 degrees, and it's very cloudy out, shower activity. So it's a very cool, showery day here. No overheating. What I'm hoping is that showers and rain will spread out across Western Canada and put out some of these forest fires. That would be really nice. We'll hope for the best. The Credit Savage of Wall Street. Good morning, folks. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Looking forward to 101-degree weather here in San Francisco, the Bay Area today. Got the inflatable pool ready for the kiddies. Now you're talking. JR 101 dying. Lisa, good afternoon, Uncle Bruce. 23 degrees Celsius in London today. Well, that's quite acceptable. Nothing wrong with that kind of temperature. Good morning. Juan, right now, Iceland is having its best summer in a long time, almost 20 degrees Celsius in the capital, clear skies, and a new volcanic eruption. Credit Savage, number 113, checking in. Sorry, I'm not as active lately. Uncle Bruce. Kids demand a lot of time lately, and lots is going on, but I'm always watching. I'm sure you are. And well done indeed. Nice to have you here. And it's good to know you're back there. You're always around. Jacob, number 70 is 76 in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's 76 degrees in Dallas-Fort Worth. Right on, sir. Thank you for that info. I appreciate it. Welcome all to the show, everybody. We've got about a 125 point gain on the Dow at the moment. That's a 0.36 of a percentage point, just over a third. And S&P's up 12, and Nasdaq's up 38, about a quarter of a point. So it's an okay opening. It's not incredibly bullish, but it's moderate, and that's maybe that's all right. Okay, let's see what gives. We've got Wavioli 17 Celsius in Dublin's fair city, and it's muggy here today. Splair, here it was said first after the heat, a complete shower day ahead. What really reached Dortmund? 1 to 2 hours of shower. Could only fall asleep shortly in that time on the balcony. Tough times. Tough times there's Blair. Hang in there, buddy. Karen, 117 with 100 Fahrenheit in Clovis, California today. So 117 thumbs up. Thank you. And it's 100 in Clovis, California. Welcome, Karen D. Oh my gosh, we're nowhere near that here. Yeah, I hate to break it to you folks who are suffering under an unbearable heat wave out there. We are at the moment in Calgary right now, 55 degrees. That's what I got outside. The high today, 66. Tomorrow's high will be 72. Thursday, 74. Friday, 73. Saturday, 76. We are not going into crazy hot weather here, and the locals around here are thankful. The last weekend there was a new world record set for 4 consecutive days. The average world temperature set all-time high records for 4 days. The record was broken back to back to back. We've been reading this, and it is concerning. Absolutely amazing what is happening out there. And like I say, Canada is really having issues with forest fires in the far north. We've got thousands and thousands of crews going 24/7 to try to knock these fires back, but we need Mother Nature's help badly, and it's not happening. It's not happening. What can I say? We've got JR. Okay, I'm confused. I don't see the comment Beach Boy posted regarding Salesforce. Did it go away? I don't know. I think it's still here. Mind you, I can't tell you. There it is, right? It was done at 7:18 in the AM, and I see it there. And if I go back to my comments on that Beach Boy comment, is it there? I'm not sure. Just see him. I see a message a little earlier from Beach Boy, and oh, I don't see it either. No, I don't see it either. So I don't know. I know what's going on there. Okay, let's move on. I got to catch up here with you guys. Splair, yeah, heat is killing actually, but I'm happy that we're below 90 Fahrenheit again. You definitely have my favorite weather in Canada. Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce, why all this optimism in the market today? Companies are exceeding expectations, but they expect a $3 billion loss and only lose $2 billion. That exceeds expectations, but it's not good. I understand. JL, Mark, Roseville, California, 99 for the high today. Welcome, JL Mark. The Credit Savage, you can't grow by getting smaller. I'm with you there. Not a lurker anymore. July 31, SoFi earnings. Ed Hawkins, we hit 101, 38 degrees Celsius here in Nova Scotia, Canada on the weekend. Adam, beavers are the solution apparently. Trap lots of water and reduce impact of fires. There you go. Splair. There was one comment between 45 minutes on the show that was lost. Maybe it was one of the JR was mentioning. Maybe Megan, welcome Megan. 58 in Bellingham, Washington, kind of like us. 55 here, 58 there. There you go. Welcome to the show from beautiful Washington State. JR, the censors have gotten to Beach Boy. The government's moving in. Beach Boy. Israelis block highways and nationwide protests over government plan to overhaul judiciary. There he is. He's here. Marcus, I am number 127, Bruce. Splair, who knows how the demonstrations affect the internet in BBS area? We don't know. We are 3 minutes away from Larry Titus hitting the bells to start our session today. So we're getting close to opening it up. We are noticing the Dow up 125 here, S&P up about 10 3/4 points, NASDAQ up 29.5. That's where we're at so far. We'll see if this market opens up with any kind of momentum or not. We'll see. And we'll kind of go from there. We'll stay on top of this market, see what gives. What censorship, he asks. Censorship? There's no censorship. JR, okay, Beach Boys comments are not showing on my feed. This is weird. There you go. Thank you all for popping through here as we get ready soon to get ready to open for trading. We'll see if this market has any legs or not. Okay, everybody. Thank you. Let's take a peek here. Rocket Lab holding a 4-cent gain. SoFi up 7. GameStop 23.44 down a dime. All right. And there you go. Tesla down $1. Microsoft down 70 cents. Yeah, pretty quiet. All right. We open in less than 2 minutes, all. Nice to have you here. And thank you for popping by and saying hi to us. Thank you for the thumbs ups. We now have 130 of them. Appreciate it. 198 folks watching, 130 thumbs ups. There's only 68 slackers out there. Strickland is on the prowl. Don't get caught by Strickland not giving me a thumbs up. Don't let him catch you. Thank you all for helping out. There you go. JR, it's the lamp. That's what's doing it. EDT, good morning, Uncle Bruce. Have a beautiful and sunny day wherever you are. Thank you. Not all workers laughing. Nazareth, a plot twist. JR blocked Beach Boy on a drunken binge and doesn't remember it. Beach Boy, JR, I'll let this slide because you're a nice guy. BW, Megan, another Pacific Northwesterner. Welcome. They're up here. I got a bunch of them from the Northwest. Credit Savage of Wall Street. Anyway, loving them. $35 January 24 cash secured puts we sold on AI for 11.12 a few weeks ago. They're $8 now. I'm going to buy back in the $3-4, maybe less range. I bought SoFi $8 options for October and looking lovely, already up 45%. Rock on Bell incoming, says Splair. TC number 128, thumbs up. JR, what? There was a lamp? Not a lurker anymore. Uncle Bruce, turn on the lamp, please. Larry Titus, thank you, my friend. There's the bells. JR, yes, the bells have been rung. And thank you, Larry, and all. Welcome to the show, the program, the hopes, the wishes, the dreams, the aspirations of greatness. Great to have you all around. See how the market does for you today. Oh my gosh. All righty. We are open and let's see what's going on. The lurker, not a lurker anymore. The bells, Larry. It's a draw button first, JR, oops, I kept jumping the gun on Larry. Sorry there, buddy. Beach Boy, Nazareth, as long as he doesn't tattoo my image on hidden parts, we're okay. Splair, yeehaw, thanks, Larry. There you go. Everything is good. We are open and trading. And the pre-market is done. Now we'll see what this market is really going to do with us here. Looks like we're up 124 on the Dow to start the morning, about not quite 0.4 of a percentage point higher. Going to take a little while to see what gives here. Yeehaw, thank you, Larry. Karen, Karim, there is no lamp. There's only Zoom. There is no lamp. Karim is in New York. Karen is in Washington State. I think, no, or Karen is in California. Karim is in New York. And I get the names always confused because, I can't read, I can't see, can't do anything. A Beach Boy, well, the day is young. Let's see what happens. Poor Uncle Bruce. Thank you all for being here and joining in on the party. Appreciate it. Thank you to those of you out there who are picking up classes and learning how options work. It's great to have you here. All righty. What else is going on here? That is a lamp, says not a lurker anymore. David Flores, Yoko 2024. Splair, come on, GameStop, make my biggest wish come true. Drop while our SPACs rise. Zed Estate, the bells have the wrong. There you go. 142 gain on the Dow, it looks like. Got a little pop there. Up 9 on S&P, up 10 on NASDAQ. And oil up 68 cents a barrel at the moment in Texas. SoFi is up to 892, up 22 cents this morning. We've got NVIDIA up 292, Matterport up 6 cents. Rocket Lab is at $6, up 3 cents. GameStop down 22 cents. AI up a dime at $40.90. Smart Rent up 12 cents now, 378. We've got Unity up 111 to 4107. Tesla down 175. Apple's off 17 cents. Google down 43, Moderna down 22, Cisco's up 29, Pfizer's up 3, IBM up $1, HBQ up $1.08, 32.62, having a good opening. Microsoft down $2, Amazon up 45 cents, Home Depot up 239, Vanik up 51 cents, Netflix down 540, Adobe shares up 186 at 498 now. Goldman up 188 a share, Boeing down 22 cents, Meta Platforms up 99. Target up 14, JP Morgan up 149, Costco up $1.59, Walmart is up 32 cents, Disney up 40 cents, AAL, American Airlines down 6, DraftKings down 24 cents. That's what I've got at the moment. A 153 gain on the Dow. Touchgrass says, my emotions approve of this moment. Zed Estate, what is the highest color? What is the highest color? Bagel color. So how high can you get on the bagel colors being a member of this channel? I'm thinking is it gold, yellow, gold? I'm not 1,000% sure on that. Let me see if I can find this. Where do I find this? I think I get this over here. And if I go over there, I see that over there. And I'm not exactly sure on the color, on this color scheme for membership. Where do I find that? I don't even know. Here we go. Loyalty badges. Actually, the highest badge looks like it's kind of a purple color. It goes from orange to green to blue to pink to yellow to maybe purple. Is that truly true what it is at the moment? And I don't think I can add another color to that. I think that's the as far as it we're allowed to go. 137 thumbs ups, everybody. Thank you so very much. JR, go SoFi over 9 today again, maybe possibly 890. Hector is here. How you doing, Hector? Karim, 24 months, purple. Splair, dark purple. Nazareth, 2 years, my color. There you go, guys. Thank you, all of you, letting me know how long you've been members. We've got IR Aaron, a member for 24 months, gold bagel level member. Thank you so very much for that. Little hearts keep kind of rising here. That's kind of cool. Alberto, a member for 27 months now, gold bagel level. Let's go, baby. Thank you, Alberto, for posting how long you've been a member of this channel, and all of you out there who are members and who automatically renew your memberships every month. You just put it on automatic renewal. Thank you for those of you who are coming back to the channel and renewing your memberships or becoming members again. It's great to have you here. It's much appreciated. Love seeing those hearts float up. I'm not sure how you do that. I don't know how you do that. Being the creator, I don't know how that works. But thank you all for being part of the channel and being part of this wonderful audience. The best YouTubers on YouTube. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, or there's no better viewers than this. Thank you. Less than 1 month to go before it's purple, says Hector Splair. Uncle Bruce needs dark blue or dark green. Ed Hawkins, am I purple? Touch grass. So will SoFi cater to small business? Credit Savage, is Matterport waking up? Please say it is. Not a lurker anymore. Woohoo! To that estate. IR Aaron, 24 months gold bagel. Wow. Go SoFi, go, says Cameron. Splair, dark green should make sense because we should be then deeply in the green. I'm yellow, says Zed Estate. One, you forgot a lock up peasants out of Eden. Splair, one, laughing. David, best advice I've heard from you is take advantage of the knowledge your elders have to share. I never appreciated that as much as now. There you go. Charlie, so Uncle Bruce, the get-together should be held at the Mulberry Street Bar in New York. It was a restaurant bar for many scenes in The Sopranos. Make them an offer they can't refuse. Oh, no. Joe Olivia, golf, a bagel for 2+ years. I look at it as an investment rather than an expense. Here we are. Dark green for a 3-year membership. There you go. Dark green. Thank you all. Again, and again, so much for being part of this gang. We are mega appreciative. Jen and I know that the only way that this channel keeps going is if there are members. Without memberships, this channel is not economic to run. It doesn't make any advertising from advertisers. Believe me. We don't get any serious dollars out of advertising at all. Thank you all. We're just shifting now to comments only from members. Please become a member if you're not one already. We'd sure love to welcome you into the fold, and certainly welcome to pop through. JL Mark, member for 21 marks. JL, thank you so much. A gold bagel level member. Man, that is awesome. Thank you so much for that. Those of you who fire up these beautiful banners, so let us know how long you've been members. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you. It is absolutely wonderful. So appreciative. Right on. That's the story. And again, thank you for being part of this for this gang. You guys are so cool. Let's see here. Splair, can't you contact YouTube? They're running closer to 3 years. We need colors. Mr. Premium of the options, number 140, not a lurker. Woohoo, let's go. Zed Estate, Alberto, 27 months. Splair, and we're touching 9 finally again on the shares of SoFi. 902 right now. 902 on your SoFi. We're up about $1 from yesterday's low. Ed Hawkins, SoFi printed over 9. Nazareth, SoFi with some nice green candles. Joe Oliva, funny enough, since I'm self-employed, I can also use you as a tax write-off, Uncle Bruce. Laugh out loud. Everybody wins. How about that? Rocket Lab down 6. GameStop down 13. SoFi 903 now. Matterport 327 up 8 cents. Nvidia's up $5. AI up 118. Smart Rent's up a dime, 376. We got Unity up 160. Tesla's green up 97. Apple is green up 19. Google is green up 45 cents. Moderna's still down $1.25. Cisco's up now 41 cents. Pfizer up 6. IBM up 83. HPQ up 124. Big day on HPQ. Alberto Zed, not going anywhere, buddy. I'm not going anywhere. I'm keeping the money. I'm making the money. I'm not going anywhere. Loving the money. Well done and congrats, everybody. Thank you so much being part of this great gang of regulars. 159-point gain on the Dow now. 0.44 of a percentage point. S&P's up 12.5. Nasdaq's up 25.5. Oil up 71 cents. Barron says that NVIDIA stock snags higher price target and AI demand is even stronger than thought. And this is my take on it as well. I am convinced that stocks like AI, Unity, and anyone in the software area for AI, their numbers are going to soar. The demand for their product is just off the charts, and their pricing power is limitless. They can generate phenomenal revenues for every software program they custom create. So I think AI will do very, very well. 79-cent gain at 41.59 this morning. We're at 9:02 on your SoFi, kids. We like it. We'd like to see it through 10, and maybe that's where it's headed now, because on the 31st of July, 20 days from now, the numbers come out, the latest quarterly financials, and the scoreboard. SoFi is not getting smaller. Bigger and big. 903. We're up 140 on the Dow now. Right on. Very cool. See how this market wants to go. Good job, everybody. Says touch grass, rock and roll. Nvidia up 226 to $424 a share. What a morning. Now we're going to see volatility here all day, I'm sure. Going to get buy waves, sell waves, everything in between. But at the end of the day, certain sectors are going to do really well. Certain sectors maybe not so well. We'll see how it goes. Time will tell. All right. Welcome to the party, everybody. Nice to see you here. Let's see what is going to happen on this market splayer earnings times, and hopefully a couple of days after Rugman. There you go. Marcus, SoFi back to $9. There you go. 896. And it's okay. It's all good. It's the right direction overall. And you cash secured put writers on SoFi, congratulations to you. If you're a cash secured put writer on AI, congratulations to you as well. Very good. Very, very good performance. Rocket Lab cash secured put writers looking for dips, writing cash secured puts on Rocket Lab, and let it run up again. There you go. Yep. Very good. All righty. Thank you again to those of you making notifications of how long you've been with me. JL Mark now, the Doubting Philosopher, a member for 26 months as a Gold Bagel member. Thank you, Doubting Philosopher, for your long-term following on my channel. Odin's Pumpkin, I've been a member for 26 months, Bruce. I'm a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member. I just wrote my first 3 cash secured puts on SoFi, $10 January 2025s, and it brought in over $600. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. There you go. Giddy up, man. Giddy on up. Odin's Pumpkin, welcome to the party, pal. This is good stuff. Fabulous. Let's see here. SoFi back tonight. Every high. Okay, Odin's Pumpkin, nice going, says JR. Zeta State, Uncle Bruce, I have a lot of UPST, and it also is an AI stock, and I'm going to like it. Think it's like GameStop. UPST, right on. Zed, just keep growing your account, maximizing your revenues from options. Absolutely beautiful job, man. Beautiful job. There you go. Odin's January 2024. I didn't write 2025, so I wrote 2024. Well done. Well done. $600 in the house. Let the stock go up and keep all 600 or keep 500 of the 600 and write 11s or 12s. So whatever you're going to do. Nice. Let's let the stock go. 892 at the moment. It will jump around 893. Still up 23 cents on the session. We're up 105 points on the Dow at the moment. We got a 4.5 point gain on S&P. Nasdaq has gone red, down 9. And GameStop COO sells $2.8 million worth of stock. CFO also proposes stock sales. This is a headline from GameStop. This just is coming out on a news feed. Let me read this for you. GameStop COO sells 2.8 million worth of stock. CFO also proposes stock sales. Shares of GameStop eased 0.3%. Right now, the shares on GameStop are $23.52, down 3 cents. Executives filed to sell some of their consumer electronic and video game retailer stock. Chief Operating Officer Nir Patel disclosed late Monday the sale in the open market on Monday and Friday, a total of 122,000 shares valued at $2.76 million. The disclosure said the sales were to cover withholding taxes related to the vesting of restricted stock units and did not represent a discretionary trade by Patel. After the sale, Patel owned 1,004,697 shares, or 0.3% of the shares outstanding. Separately, Chief Financial Officer Diana Sadeh, I can't pronounce it, had filed late Friday for the proposed sale of 10,000 shares, but did not yet disclose any sales. So these sales that you read about, this is nothing serious and this is nothing negative on the company. What this is where the company is paying their employees in with stock options. These employees have a low salary, but they have performance options. And the IRS considers senior executives of public companies like these guys to be receiving income, not capital gains, when they get their stocks. So Patel gets 5,000 shares, 10,000, whatever the number is, and the IRS will say, "Oh, you just earned 10,000 shares of the company through the stock option plan that you signed 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was. We're going to take 35% of the value of the stock, whether you sell them or not. We want 35% in cash for taxes." This is completely common in all public companies, from Apple all the way down. This is normal. So Patel has to sell $2-something million worth of stock to send the money to the IRS to pay his taxes, and he can keep the rest of the shares as after-tax stock earned. That's what's going on, and that's what's happening with the CFO as well. So hardly an issue. JR says, wow, the UPST premiums are great. Splair, back to 9 on Sofi. That's it, Lorraine. Charlie C, are you in New York? A Splair, all of my 16 bought August Sofi calls seems to be up now between 20 and 50%. Soon I have to get rid of them and reposition myself. Nazareth, here is the line from Form 4. Explanation of responses represents shares sold to cover applicable withholding taxes in connection to the vesting of restricted stock units. Sale does not represent a discretionary trade. There it is. And this is a reporting person that has to do this. They are taxed at IRS income tax rates. They're not taxed at capital gain rates. They're taxed at income tax rates. Patel, is at the highest level. I mean, whatever salary he's getting plus this, he's in the 35-40% bracket. He's got to raise cash to pay the tax. That's all this is. And it's quite acceptable. The stock is up 3 cents to $23.57. No big deal, not whatsoever. We're up 125 on the Dow, up 6.5 now on S&P. Nasdaq down 11. Matterport is up 9 cents, almost 10 cents at 328. Nvidia up 116, SoFi 8.95 to $9 right now. Rocket Lab 5.90, down 7. GameStop 23.56, up 2 cents. AI down 1 penny. Smart Rent 375.5, up 9.5. Got a Unity up $2. Tesla up down 159. Apple down 79. Google down 19 cents. Moderna down $1. The thing too that I find interesting is that critics out there criticize senior management of public companies that, oh, you guys just get rich off the backs of shareholders and blah, 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 blah. But the reality here is directors and senior officers of many of the top 3,000 public companies, 10,000, however many there are. In the Russell 3000, there are 3,000 publicly traded companies. A high number of those companies have management that actually earn a majority of their income through vesting of restricted stock options. This is how they get their wealth. They have to be with the company for several years. They have to hit certain performance levels of cash flow, sales, profits, stock performance, on it goes. And at the end of the day, whenever they do earn stock, they earn stock, as far as the IRS is concerned, fully taxable. And so for even the United States of America, the higher the stock market goes, the richer the United States government gets. Because the value of the shares go up, of course, the value of options go up, and the amount of income tax payable by these management groups rises. Obviously, if you're going to sell GameStop right now $23.50, you're going to pay tax at $23.50. But if GameStop went to $28.50 and you sold shares there as an insider, you got to pay tax at the $28.50 level. I mean, this is what it's all about. The higher these outfits go, the richer the tax man gets, which is you in America, the average Joe. If the IRS can bring in billions and billions, tens of billions more dollars from CEOs and CFOs and COOs and directors and other reporter people who have to report, if billions come in from them because the markets have done relatively well, then that's good for the entire system, because it takes the heat off of the U.S. government to have to borrow as much to balance the books. It's cash flow, and the higher the cash flow, the better. Obviously, if the IRS has higher cash flow coming in, government programs are out there. They're set. The Republicans keep complaining about deficits and higher deficits. Well, a higher stock market will help ease that deficit issue to a degree. Anyway, there you go. All right, let's see what else we got going on. I think we got everything caught up here with everybody. We're up 114 on the Dow. We now have, again, thank you to all of you out there. Odin's Pumpkin, the latest to mention that they're how long they've been part of this channel. Thank you. We have 143 thumbs ups now that have come through today. I appreciate that very much. We now have 214 people watching here. Thank you all. Hit the thumbs up button if you can for me. Let me know you're here. Let YouTube know you're here. They know the count, but the thumbs up meter is a confirmation of you're enjoying the channel. You enjoy the camaraderie between viewers. You're part of the engagement factor, and you're telling YouTube, send more people to this guy. They seem to enjoy themselves, and that would help you in the long run, all of you, because the more folks that watch me here, the more folks will follow GameStop. They'll follow AI. They'll follow SoFi, and more shareholders of these companies means those stocks go up. It's just as simple as that. Thank you all. It helps. Splair, I think GameStop will go as well back to 24. I don't know if it's shortly, but it looks like it wants to take a run. 23.61 up 7 cents on GameStop. It started lower and now it's popping higher. Thank you very much. 892 on make it 894 on SoFi. We're climbing again. Matterport 328. We're up 9. Nvidia up $2. trying to get to 424 again over there. Rocket Lab's only down a nickel now to 592. We're climbing again. GameStop 2370 up 16 cents. Thank you. Wing Commander 147 Bruce. Finally here. Welcome, Wing Commander, to the show. And thank you for the thumbs up right there. Appreciate it. 111-point gain on the Dow. Coming on. J-Boy, member for 7 months. Thank you, J-Boy, for announcing that. 7 months been part of the channel here. Chilling with Uncle Bruce level is very appreciated. Very appreciative. Thank you very, very much. Thank you all. I can't thank you guys enough. Thanks for the thumbs ups. Right on. There it is. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you. I can only say neat, 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 neat. Thank you all. The knee attack is underway. The Knights of Knee, neat, 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 neat. The thumbs up meter must explode. We need 50 thumbs ups in the next 35 minutes to hit 200 today. And the knee alerts are going out. JR's on it. Neat, 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 neat. Here we go with the knee attack. Howdy, partner. Neat, 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 neat. Thank you, everybody. 149 thumbs ups. We need 51 thumbs ups. Hit that button for us, people. Get some momentum. DH Ruda's here. Splair's on it. Wing Commander, here's a donation. Thank you, my friend. 2.49 euros, the price of being late. Thank you for the donations. Bobby, HP, Uncle Bruce, HPQ, Stink Ask, January 24th, 34 is 264. Is it too far out in the land of Stink? I don't know. 34s, you're trying to get off. And we're at 33.12. I'd leave it out there. Why not? Throw it out there, see what happens. Splair, TJ, Karen, the thumbs ups meters are coming through here. Thank you all for the knee emoji attack. Zzz, says Splair. Here we go. Zzz. Fantastic stuff. And thank you. 151 thumbs ups. 2 more just came in. Appreciate it all very, very much. Right on. Here we go. One after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. Zzz, zzz. There we go. Love it. 886 on Sofi. Come on, Sofi. Don't be shy. Go to 9, go to 10. 112 gain on the Dow. And there you have it. We're at 23.67 on GameStop right now. Okay. Oil is up 74 cents. And there you go. Analyst says that Zillow shares have more than 20% upside. Well, you know, they've been beaten up so much, they might have 100% upside. The question is, will they get it? Will buyers want to buy into the stock with the real estate market as tough as it is right now? Do you really want to buy into Zillow? If you know there are 2 more rate hikes coming, one this month and one in September, October, do you really want to get into real estate? You truly believe that a 1% higher mortgage rate is going to spur real estate spending and Zillow is going to make more money? Maybe not. That might not be the case. I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll stay on it. We'll watch it. We'll follow it. But no guarantees, kids, that anything like that is even possible. I really don't know for sure if that's truly going to happen or not. Okay, 152 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Giddy up. And what do we got here from what's going on here? Oh my gosh, Alberto, you are unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm speechless. I am Alberto, you are one of a kind. You really are. You're so special. Thank you for that PayPal donation. It just snuck in there. I didn't see it. It snuck in there a little while ago, and it just popped up on my inbox. Thank you, and all the best, of course, to you and all of yours. I will let Auntie Jen know. We'll be talking later today. I will let her in on what you did. Thank you, my friend. That is very kind of you. And I gotta go enjoy dinner, Uncle Bruce. Man, you're unbelievable. Thank you, buddy. And I'm just so glad you're here and you're with us again. I'm glad you're back. All righty. Thank you all. This is fantastic. Let's see. Flint Creek is saying real estate around here is insane. This is usually a slower market, and houses are on the market less than a week. It's crazy around here. You gotta wonder just what is happening out there. I don't know. Don't know what to make of it either. Here in Calgary, real estate is steady. I wouldn't say it's hot, but it's steady-ish. Rental market is a little easier now. It was very tight real estate wise about a year ago, but that's not the case now. More there are vacancy signs slowly popping up in some of the apartment blocks around these parts. So, things are a little more normal. We'll see what happens there. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I can't get over Alberta. Thank you. Anyway, there you go. We have 209 folks watching us right now. Thank you for being here. Live viewers, thank you for thumbs ups today. We are now pushing 153 of them. Thank you for that. Thank you for these notices that you folks have made. Does anybody know how do you do these heart things? How do you folks? How are you able to do that? Some of you folks have I see these hearts floating up sometimes in my chat thing. How does that work? I don't know what that is. Curious about that. Anyway, I do the best I can with what I've got here. Okay, there we go. All right, back over to here. And back over to here. Let's go. Flint Creek. I think houses are a premium because of the amount of vacation rentals. This area is a huge wine producer, and it's beautiful for tourism. Alberto, it's on me, buddy. Thanks, pal. I will let her know. JR, Flint Creek. It's like that here also, says JR. The wifey worked an open house last weekend and the last Saturday and Sunday. And she and the listing agent were very surprised the house hadn't sold already with the traffic. Touch grass, magic. Flint Creek, there's a heart at the upper right. There's a heart on the upper right. Okay. Here they go. Here they come again. And I don't know how those work. I don't know how that happens, but thank you all. And then there's these little faces going up. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how that... I'm kind of curious. All right, back to where am I here? JR, oh, my mobile YouTube app, there's a heart icon. Press that and hearts and other stuff appear. Odin's Pumpkin in the bottom corner of the live chat, there's an icon to tap that allows interaction like the heart and smiley face. Clay, there's a button on our chat window that has a bunch of different emojis to send out. Bobby, those heart thingies are on mobile. It blocks the channel's chat as well. Splair, when Canopy comes closer to $1 or went above it, I definitely write with 2 or 3 months time and $1 calls. They should bring in 14 cents. Okay, Flint Creek, it's a special emoji on the keyboard. There you go. Again, I appreciate you letting me know. I have no idea how this stuff works. I honestly don't. I don't know. There they are. I see them coming through there, but I have no idea how I could make that happen on mine. I just think it's kind of cool that though they do that. Those things do this. This is cool. Very cool. Thank you all for being part of my my show today. It's great. Yeah, I do not know how these kinds of things work. Don't mind me. I just turned on my own channel on my phone here. Oh, and I see that thing there. So if I click on that, oh, I see. And I hit, I don't know how that works. I see these emojis on my phone, but I have no idea how to make them happen. But maybe I am making them happen indirectly. I have no idea. That's kind of cool. I love that. Thank you all. And appreciate it. Appreciate you doing it. Again, Thank you everybody for popping through here and being part of the show today and the channel as always. We're up 101 on the Dow right now, 329 on Matterport. That's a dime. We've gained a little bit of ground. We're at 423 on NVIDIA, up $2. SoFi 896, trying to get back to 9 again. Rocket Lab back to 6. We're up 3 cents. It's back. GameStop 23.82, up 28. So we got some moving going on here. Sending the love, Uncle Bees. Thank you, JR. Splair, yeah, I have it since as well, but the heart is covering some comment words. Clay, pretty sure you need to be a viewer to use that in special emoji. Splair, just click on them, then it appears for each time you click. Bobby, cartoons with Uncle Bruce. IR Aaron, weird. I used to have the emoji button, but it's gone from me now. So again, I have no idea. Is this for members only? I couldn't tell you. Splair and C Carvana really crossed 37. Oh my God. JR, I don't see the balloons show up on my computer app. So I guess it's on the phones only. Claire, we are getting dangerously close to making this tech support with Bruce with this emoji button thing. Well, Bruce needs all the help he can get. What can I say? He doesn't know what he's doing. 330 on Matterport, up 11. Go Matterport, go. Just go higher. Lots higher, please. That would be really nice if you could do that. Smart Rent's up 11 as well. 377. Go. Let's see. ME is down 2 cents. I'd like to see that turn around. Spire's at 59.9. Come on, Spire. Go through 60 and go back to $1 and then go to $2 and go to $5 and let's go. That'd be nice. Man, oh man. 3 hours ago, Ocean Mind selects Spire Global Satellite ship tracking data to combat illegal fishing. From Vienna, Ocean Mind, a leader in marine enforcement and compliance, they're extending an agreement in providing real-time automatic identification systems, vessel tracking data. They've been working with them since 2019. What we don't get is dollar value of this contract. They never tell us what these are worth. Are these worth like $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month? Are these $50,000 a year contracts? Are these $200,000 a year contracts? Are these $1 million a year? I can't tell you. I wish I could. I just can't. These announcements come out of Spire all the time. They come out time after time after time, which is fine. I don't mind these announcements coming out, but the stock's at 59.9 cents a share. And if the public at large had any idea what these contracts could mean to the bottom line of the corporation, it would help investors make up their minds what to do. Do you have enough shares? Should you buy some down here? Is the future of the company a $5, $10, $20 stock in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years? When? What? How? We don't know. We're in the blind here. We completely in the blind. We just don't know. We're left to guess, and the stock drifts along at 59.9 cents a share. It drives me nuts. Went public at $10 and it's 59.9 cents a share. Drives me nuts. Nothing I can do at the moment. Here we go. Zeta State floating hearts can be found on mobile phones. JJ, I'm smiling. Splair. Anyways, YouTube is getting weird. Receive for your other channel an alert yesterday. Mentioned that your show starts shortly at 2 p.m. TSLA Tesla is a drop and says JR. Bobby got spooked and lowered my stink bid to 226. It hit roll, cost me $25, but I went up $2 and strike for 2 months more time. Way to go, Bobby. Nice going. YouTube had to correct my last comment just in case. Marcus, Aspire will be presenting at the Emerging Growth Conference on Wednesday. Boy, I'd sure like to hear some numbers from those guys. Matthew, 157, Bruce, on your thumbs up meter now. 157 on thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for helping out. This is cool. JR, SoFi up over 9 again, 902. Go, baby, go. SoFi bumping its head on the 902 again. Hope it can break clean this time. Right on. Thank you all for helping us out. Appreciate it. 904 on SoFi, $6 on Rocket Lab. 12-cent gain on Matterport, 331 now. We're up 23 on GameStop. AI back up again, up 99 cents. Tesla down $1.79 to 267.82. Interesting markets, to say the least. 160 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. Fantastic. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Slayer sees it at 9:04 on the Sofi. Rock and roll, everybody. It's 9:05 on Sofi. High of the day, 9:06. We're there right now on 10.9 million shares. I want to see 9:05, and I want to see it hold there. I'd like to see it go to 9:50 and $10. That's what I want. Let's go, baby. 9:05 just isn't good enough. Not good enough for me, Clay. I want you guys to get rich. JR at the high of 9:06 today. Exactly, my friend. And let's keep on going. Why stop here? Why would we want to just sit at 9:05? Makes no sense. This stock could be worth so much more. Here we are, 9:06 right now, high of the day, right at the moment, on about 11 million volume. Go, Sofi, go. There you are. Yeah, baby. Love it. We love it. 9:07, another high of the day. Giddy up, kids. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 9:07. Giddy up. Jefferies upgrades JP Morgan Chase to buy from hold ahead of the second quarter profit update. And this morning they announced, Jefferies, they expected profits to be significantly lower for the second quarter. So first they set the table with lowered expectations, and now they're upgrading the stock to a buy. Unbelievable BS going on over there. Absolutely ridiculous. Zit, says JR on Sofi. Here we are, 9:06, 9:07, high of the day right now on your Sofi shares, everybody. 9:06, 9:07. And let's just keep it going. Rocket Lab, $6. GameStop, 23.87, up 33 cents. Yes, sir. Come on, baby. Let's get rolling. Fun times at the OK Corral. Okay, everybody. Everyone is having fun. There we go. Yeah, we're only up 79 on the Dow, up 1.2 on S&P. We're down 29 on NASDAQ. Sofi having a good day. Oil up $1 a barrel right now. And yeah, we're approaching 24 on GameStop. Can it do it? We're up 95 on AI, 41.75. Alberto, Sofi will run when it hits positive. It's going to go, baby. B Tizzle, Russell 2000 looking prime for a breakout here, an outbreak. Nice to see it catching up with the other indices. There you go. Money is coming into growth stocks. Definitely. Growth stocks is where investors are headed because that is a tremendous upside here. Depending on the sector, AI sector, no question about it. There's definitely interest there. Touchgrass, I'm looking forward to the next earnings on Sofi. We're at 9:06 now. We were at 8:02 yesterday, 8:04 yesterday. This looking good. Is Sofi a former SPAC? Yep, sure is. Zeta State coin is up to 556. There you go. Yeah, $10 SPAC on Sofi. All-time high of what, 25? Twice it got to that range. Now 9:06 and climbing. We'll see what gives. Man, we're on it. We're watching it. We be fans. We be fans. All right. We are now sitting on 161 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for the help there. It's much appreciated. And 39 to go to hit 200 of them. Thank you guys so much. I don't know if any of you were around. Jim Simpson just gave me a 99 thumbs ups on TWB, my other channel, from last night's show. I don't know if any of you were watching my live broadcast last night on Traveling with Bruce. That one starts at 8 o'clock Eastern time every Monday night. Pardon me. Normally what I do on Monday nights for Traveling with Bruce is I will update the latest cruise news. And sometimes I throw in some travel news. And I came across a story yesterday afternoon when I was doing my research for the live show last night. And I came across a news article that was released like a day or two ago in Europe through the Financial Times, which I believe is the United Kingdom. It had to do with a cruise ship that was just built out for a cruise line called MSC. The MSC people have about, I don't know, 25 cruise ships, and they're now launching a new kind of cruise ship, smaller, rather than 3 to 5,000 passengers. These ships will only hold 995 or so passengers, just under 1,000. They'll have 600 crew, a very high crew ratio, and these are going to be what we call 5 and 6 star cruise lines, very high end, nice services. All rooms are balcony rooms. Everything is included, so you can use the spa for no extra charge. You get drinks, you get Wi-Fi, all this. It costs you money. It costs you premium money to take a cruise like this. Anyway, the first ship that they were to receive, they've ordered 4 of this one class of ship. And the very first ship went through its sea trials for the last month or so and passed all its sea trials. And the ship was getting tweaked for its final adjustments to be ultimately given to MSC. And that was supposed to happen like 5 days ago. And at the last minute, with like a few days to go before the event, the transfer and completion date was suspended. And the ship is still at the shipbuilding yard. It turns out that the ship has obviously all cruise ships are assembled off-site. They're not assembled just at the shipyard. Cabins are made by cabin specialists, and they are fitted into sections of the ship, and then an entire section of a ship is floated on barges to these shipbuilding yards, and then these sections are attached to each other, and all of the plumbing and electrical and everything is connected to each section, and you've got eventually a giant cruise ship. And it's like a giant Lego thing. Well, apparently the fire retardant fire panels inside this ship have been deemed unsafe. They were decertified for fire prevention. And this normally isn't a problem if you have like you have a lifeboat, for example. You have a tender and there's an issue with a tender, you just take the tender off, you repair it, you put it back up. But if you've got fire panels inside walls of cruise ships, inside all the walls of the cruise ship, I'm not talking about just the outside walls, I'm talking about deep inside the bowels of the ship, between the kitchens, where the engine rooms are, all the cabins, the flooring, the ceilings. These panels are supposed to prevent the spread of fire throughout a cruise ship. And fire is the number one problem for any ship out there. Fire is the biggest problem a ship has. This ship could have thousands of panels that have to be removed and replaced. And the company that made the panels, that actually delivered the panels, is a company out of Helsinki, Finland, and it's known as it's called Paroc, Paroc. The company is a private company. It's a subsidiary company of a public company called Owens Corning. Owens Corning is the parent company of Paroc, and this company now has admitted that not only are the recently discovered defective panels, and the version of panels before this current version of panels has also been ruled to be not passing the smell test for fire prevention. And the problem with those panels is that they have been installed in cruise ships over the last 2 to 3 years, which means that as I am speaking to you now, there are upwards of 45 cruise ships on the open waters with paying passengers on board them right now, all of which are unqualified to be in the water with paying passengers under fire prevention rules. And the question in my question is, and what I was asking last night of my viewers was, if you operate a cruise ship with 3,500 passengers, 4,000 passengers, 1,500 crew, you got 6,000 people on board a cruise ship, and the ship is laden with all of these fire prevention panels that are ineffective in stopping a fire, is your insurance null and void for fire insurance? What if there is a fire on board one of these ships, and it spreads to 10 or 15 cabins, and they've managed to put it out, but the damage is millions, and you find that the damage to the cabins is far more extensive than it should have been because the panels failed in containing the fire? Don't you think there will be lawsuits left, right, and center from every group imaginable? And also, is it possible that the insurance company will walk away from the cruise line and say, you're not covered under fire insurance because you were notified last week that the panels on that ship are not classified. They're not certified. They're not fireproof. You're running a cruise ship without fireproof protection. So we're not going to cover you for insurance on a fire. You have uncertified fire prevention panels on board, and there are 45 of these. What happens? What is supposed to happen? Doesn't it make sense that if the cruise ship that was completed at the shipyard is not being delivered to MSC, this ship is known as the Explora 1, the first of 4 identical ships that have been ordered by MSC, and probably the first of 20 that are coming. If the Explora 1 is not being turned over to MSC Cruises, and there are 45 others that have been turned over already and are now at sea, and there are at least 15 to 20 more ships right now under construction that have also had these panels and have these panels inside those ships. As to how far they're along, I don't know. Are we talking about a massive money problem here? Are we talking about Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and Norwegian having to pull their ships out of the water and get them to dry dock and rip out the panels that are defective and put in new panels instead? And are we talking about 5,000 or 10,000 panels per ship? Are we talking about the cost of a fireproof panel being $50 times a couple of thousand times $100 a panel in labor to get the old one out and the new one in? Are we talking 10, 20, 30, 50 million a ship in cost to retrofit these? Are we talking about the possibility that ships might not sail with paying passengers for between 3 months and a year and a half because the logistics of 45 cruise ships being retrofitted immediately cannot be understated? I can't begin to tell you how impossible this is to do. What is going to happen here? How is this going to come out when it's all said and done? I'm completely stumped as to what's going to happen here. As far as the shares go on the open market right now, because I haven't heard a word from anybody. Royal Caribbean is down 81 cents right now. Norwegian is unchanged, and Carnival is down 16 cents. These shares are hardly getting the crap kicked out of them. But I can tell you that Royal Caribbean has got ships in question. So does Carnival, and definitely Norwegian. There are definitely ships at sea for all 3 of these guys that are in trouble. We're talking Holland America ships, Princess Cruise Line ships, Carnival ships. That's just the Carnival line. There's a Cunard ship, the Queen Anne, being built right now that is covered in these, has got all kinds of these panels. I can't understand how a builder of the cruise shipyard has held up the Explora number 1. It was supposed to be delivered on the 6th of July, naming ceremony on the 7th of July. inaugural cruise on the 17th of July. This is the 11th. It's still in the shipyard. How long is it going to take to retrofit that ship? It was just about like 99.9% ready to go. Is this a 3-month, 6-month turnaround for that ship? And it's the first one in line to be retrofitted. How can ships that are sailing with paying passengers still sail with paying passengers? The U.S. Coast Guard has to know that ships are coming and going from Miami, Port Canaveral, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, Galveston, New York, Richmond, or in Virginia, Chesapeake Bay, New Orleans, Los Angeles, Long Beach, San Diego, Seattle for the Alaska cruises. The Canadian Coast Guard has to know out of Vancouver and into the maritime provinces, cruise ships are coming and going all the time. Every European Coast Guard has to know that some of those 45 ships are sailing in and out of country waters with passengers on cruise ships that have fire retardant systems that have been decertified. How in the world do these cruise ships keep going? I am stumped by that. You have children, brothers, sisters, cousins, mothers, fathers, grandfathers, grandmothers on any of these 45 ships coming up in the next 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. One fire on one ship at any time could totally blow the whole thing beyond wide open. I really wonder just what is going on here with this entire mess that is happening. I really don't know. If you are curious, let me show you a little photo right here. This is what a cruise ship fire can look like. And this is a cruise ship fire in port. This is a cruise ship that caught fire a few years ago, one of the MSC ships. And it was at port where they had the fire department there. They were fighting this fire. Here's the aftermath. You have the tugs coming up with the fire tugs, just shooting water at this thing. And here's a shot of a cruise ship that caught fire 15 years ago. Look at how the balcony areas melted. They didn't just burn, they melted. The heat that you get on a cruise ship inside these cabins that are basically closed off on 3 sides except the opening, the temperature can rise to thousands of degrees very quickly. And so you don't get fire just from sparks flying around. What you get is fire from just combustion, spontaneous combustion from enough of a temperature, 1,000 to 2,000 degrees of temperature, everything ignites. You don't need a spark or an ash or anything. This is the problem with a fire on board a cruise ship. These fire retardant systems are supposed to be designed to contain a fire in a limited area. If a fire happens on your balcony on your cruise ship because someone flicked a cigarette in front, 3 decks, 10 rooms away in front of you while you're moving along the ocean, and they're 3 decks ahead, higher than you, and the guy finished his last drag and shot the cigarette out, thought that the cigarette would hit the ocean. But oh no, the ship is going 20 miles an hour through the air. The wind is coming at them at 10 miles an hour. You have a 30-mile-an-hour wind, and they flick the ash out, and the ash, the cigarette butt goes out and then gets drawn back to the ship, falls 3 decks below onto your balcony. You're in the casino, you're watching a show, and you left a towel out on your deck on the lawn, on the Chase Lounge there. You left your towel out there, and the cigarette butt landed there, and it's all ignitable because this cigarette butt is in moving air. It's being flared up. That towel immediately catches fire within seconds. It's smoldering and now is on fire. Now that entire towel is melting the very lounger that it's sitting on because the heat of this thing is going to build up. And now you've got, on top of everything else, this towel is emitting miniature little flares everywhere, and the balcony next to yours, above yours, below yours, they too are catching fire. The cruise line will be notified of a fire pretty quickly, but these fires can spread awfully fast. And for those folks out there who, they're in their cabin and maybe they're not in their cabin, they're gone. These fires build up on the balconies. Um, Fire has a way of going through the doors. It just spreads. It just spreads. Fire can move up, of course, and go above the deck and hit the Lido deck. Can hit the deck where the pool deck is. And if this is in the middle of the night, there aren't that many people to catch this, to notice it. And then by the time it's noticed, we've got ourselves a huge problem here. Again, I wonder. Obviously, a cruise ship in port where the passengers have come off the ship and all the passengers are out of their cabins and they're leaving, and the crew members are scrambling to make their rooms, and the crew members are scrambling to get the luggage off and get luggage on for the next batch of passengers. There's this 5-6 hour window where there's a lot of activity, and one spark from one item, whatever it is, creates a fire. Might happen in an area where there's no one going to be there for an hour. There's not going to be a human being in the cabin for an hour, and now we have a problem. And if it's in an inside cabin, oh my God, it's a nightmare. So anyway, I mentioned this story last night, and I showed these photos. These are not made up photos. These are real. And these are the kind of issues that are out there. This is the ship that's being recalled. The Explorer 1 from MSC. Here's another shot of the Explorer 1. Absolutely gorgeous ship. The problem is that all the cabins and all the walls have this fire retardant material. You don't see it in these photos. You're not going to see the fire retardant panels. They're buried inside the walls of this ship. Every divider, every cabin dividing every cabin. So we're talking thousands of panels here. Unbelievable nightmare happening here. And I throw my hands up in the air going, what's going to happen? How's this going to go? I just do not know. And Owens Corning shares are actually up today. They're at the symbol is OC, and the shares look like they're trading at $130, up 151. I think that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're up 130, up 150 a share. There is no story out there, I think, about it. What I wonder about is if cruise lines are going to have to recall ships into retrofitting defective fire panels that Owens Corning's company, subsidiary company out of Finland, marketed as certified, will the cruise lines sue the subsidiary company of Owens? And ultimately, Owens Corning is going to have to bail out their subsidiary company. Now, Owens Corning could have insurance to protect against this kind of a problem, but this is going to cause increased costs, including the cruise lines and everybody else involved. But at the end of the day, will Owens Corning have to subsidize the cruise lines, pay for the cost of extracting thousands of panels per ship and the cost of inserting and installing certified panels? Who's going to pay this and how? Is this a 2-year, 5-year thing? Is this a 5-month, 1-year thing? I'm at a loss. The stocks are up. They're oblivious. These shares, they're oblivious to the story at the moment. I don't think there's anyone anywhere that is worried about it at the moment. It doesn't seem to have hit the market anywhere. I don't think. I don't see any story here on Carnival, anything, nothing. And as far as press releases are concerned, no press releases at all have come out from anybody Certainly from Carnival. They've not said anything at this point. Royal Caribbean stock down 1.4%, down 147 a share. There is no story today about this deal. There's actually a story today on Royal Caribbean. Here's why investors should retain Royal Caribbean now. This is why you should hold the stock, even though it's at $101 a share and the company is worth maybe $30 a share. There are analysts telling people to hang on to this stock. It is absolutely criminal, ridiculous. I don't understand it. Well, I do. I understand it. It's just stupid. Yeah, there is no news anywhere on any of these cruise lines websites or well, I can't guarantee that, but certainly nothing on their stock pages about any concern about any of the issues regarding these fire retardant panels. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing anywhere about it. So I tell you, kids, I wonder just if the story is going to break and when and how and if it means anything. But to me, I cannot believe that this story isn't big news. I'm shocked at it. We have a $500 million cruise ship held up for delivery, and I don't know if the biggest ship in the world, called the Icon of the Seas, that's a Royal Caribbean ship. It's in sea trials right now. There's a rumor that that ship has got those panels, the defective panels on board. That is a cruise ship can handle as many as 7,000 passengers and 2,500 crew. Is that ship going to be held up for final delivery? Now we're talking about what, $1.5 billion cruise ship to Royal Caribbean. That's what we're talking about now. This is a whole other ballgame. I mean, 500 million for MSC, that's a private company. But a $1.5 billion cruise ship for a publicly traded company like Royal Caribbean, and there could be other ships that already have this defective stuff on board. Are we talking about every Oasis class ship? Because that's the rumor, that the biggest ships in the world that Royal Caribbean has, the Oasis of the Seas, the Symphony of the Seas, the Harmony of the Seas, the Allure of the Seas, these huge ships. Now the Icon of the Seas, every one of them might have to be decertified for fire protection. Can you imagine how much it's going to cost Royal Caribbean in lost fares? This is, let alone the retrofitting of the ships, how much cash flow is going to be disappearing. These shares are vulnerable, and there is no news anywhere. I don't have a single piece of news anywhere out there about any of this stuff. So I'm the only guy talking about it. I'll tell you right now, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know. Okay. Crazy. Sofi 907 right now. Robert Benson 166 on the thumbs up. 166 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. And there you go. Quick Tell Manager. Yeah, I'll tell you. I fear the worst. I fear that there's a fire at sea. That one of these ships is 12 hours away from a port. They're in the open water. A fire breaks out. It spreads uncontrollably because the panels fail, cabin after cabin after cabin. We have passengers being evacuated onto tenders, lifeboats, to get them off. Crew, the entire ship is, 40% under fire. Power has been cut off. You hope it happens in daylight, but what happens if it's at 2 a.m? And for 4 hours, it's total darkness, total mayhem, total confusion, smoke everywhere, disoriented passengers. How many are lost? Do you have any idea how many billions of dollars we're now talking about for settlements? Human life, when it is known that the ship was defective? Like, this isn't a surprise now. Every cruise line has been told what's going on. Every cruise line has been told what's happening on their on board these ships. This is not, you can't have Holland America going, we didn't know. Oh no, they do know. Knowingly sailed with paying passengers on a defective cruise ship. Knowingly. That opens it up. If this ship started in Miami and is going back to Miami, oh my God, that means the court cases in the U.S. We're talking teams of lawyers here. We're talking thousands of potential cases, 2,200 passengers, 1,000 crew, 3,200 people being represented in the courts. Oh my God! So Carnival will be suing whoever they can sue. Passengers will be suing everyone they can sue, including Owens Corning, including a Carnival Cruise Line, anyone, everyone. I mean, my God, this would be just a disaster, an absolute disaster. I tell you, you know, I'll tell you this. What was it? 10 years ago? Was it 10 years ago that the the Costa Concordia cruise ship? You remember the Costa Concordia, where it was just off the coast of Italy, Corsica, and the captain brought the ship close to a town so they could wave at everybody, and they sliced the ship open, 15 feet, 10 feet under the waterline. They sliced a 200-foot section of the ship like a can opener, and in seconds, the electricity went off, and in minutes, the ship was already listing, and they put on emergency generators to get power back up. They had lost all power to the ship. They couldn't steer it. They couldn't move it forward. They couldn't stop it. It was just drifting. And it was technically just a mile away, half a mile away. They were in 800 feet of water. They could lower their anchor and it wouldn't touch the bottom. And luckily, by the sheer luck of the draw, the ship drifted out and turned 90 degrees in the wind, and the wind was coming from the water to the land, and the ship was tilted and was pushed by wind power up against the island that it ended up leaning against, and the ship ended up leaning onto rocks at the shoreline, where under the water, here's the water, and the shoreline did this, and the ship was leaning on the declining rocks, and somehow did not sink down into the ocean. It actually came to rest on the rock shelf, and yet, with all that luck and all the lifeboats being engaged as quickly as they could, and they couldn't get them all off because the lifeboats on the upper end of the ship that was tilting down this side, all these lifeboats got launched because they were right at the waterline. But the lifeboats up here were now 150 feet above the waterline, and the ship, the lifeboats had to scrape along the side of the ship to come down to the. They couldn't get them down. All the passengers had to come off on the one side of the ship, and the tenders had to go back and forth to come and get another load, to get people off the ship. With all that ability and a nearby town to help out, 32 people lost their lives on this cruise ship that it had a slow motion leak, a flooding. The ship ultimately got scrapped, refloated, and ripped apart and gone forever. There wasn't a fire on board that ship. But imagining a cruise ship having a fire at sea, losing power, and now listing, possibly. And what if it's heavy seas? What if it's nasty heavy seas? Oh my gosh! How are you going to lower lifeboats into ocean with 20-foot waves? How is that going to happen? The ship will have to stop and try to offload passengers from the non-windy side while a fire is breaking out on board the ship. There's a fire breaking out. I don't know how the passengers can get to the deck where the lifeboats are, because what if that's where the fire is? It's a nightmare. I mean, this is scary. This is really scary. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. I don't know what to say. We're now at 9:14 on Sofi. That's good news, because Sofi is doing okay. We're up $4 on NVIDIA. Matterport is at $339, up 20 cents. I'm a happy guy for all of you. Rocket Lab is at 604, up 7. GameStop 24.18, up 64. AI up 167 to 42.47. Smart Rent up 14 cents. Unity is up $3. Tesla's gained 44 cents. Apple down 41. Google up 33. So we have a gain going on the marketplace. Spire still at 59.6 cents. That's the story there. 117 gain on the Dow. We have elsewhere. Let's take a look at these markets now. The high of the day on SoFi, 915 is where we are right now. The high of the day up 44 cents. Giddy up, SoFi. Keep it going. The Dow's up 123, S&P up 9, and NASDAQ is positive 27 points right now. There you go. Welcome all to the party. We've got a good market here. We have 179 thumbs ups. Thank you for 179. If you like the fact that your markets are up, if you like the fact that your SoFi is at 915, hit the thumbs up button. If you like Matterport at 341, up 22, hit the thumbs up button. Let's get some momentum onto this channel. Thank you, everyone, so much. Uncle Bruce, BW says 915 inbound. The L2 inflow is increasing, Uncle Bruce, on SoFi. 921 is a big resistance point for SoFi. It was hammered down from there on the 29th of June. We break that, and off we go to 941. No sellers, Uncle Bruce. I love this. 914, we're just under that mark, BW. It's looking very good. We have 180 thumbs up, so we need 20 more to get to 200. You gotta love this. Thank you all so much for all the help today to help us get this market going, get your channel going, get the thumbs ups going. And those of you who are sitting on cash secured puts, well done. You gotta love it. Absolutely fantastic. I'll keep you posted on this cruise ship story. It's nowhere. This cruise story is nowhere. I'm stumped to no end that no one is talking about. It's kind of like GameStop when people found out that there were 75 million shares shorted and only 70 million free trading, and nobody talked about it for months. I did a video on GameStop in June of 2020. It took until December before anybody really did anything about it. The stock kind of moved then, and then it became news. This cruise ship story, nothing. I don't understand. I don't know how Coast Guards, the Coast Guard of the United States, has not made a statement to basically, stop these cruise ships from sailing U.S. waters. I don't know how that doesn't happen. These cruise ships are deemed to be not protected from fires because they've been decertified in their fire protection equipment. I don't know how they're allowed into the port of Miami. There are container ships with hazardous chemicals there. There are all kinds of cruise ships there. There's all kinds of infrastructure there. I don't know how a city of 4 million people allows a cruise ship to come into their port a block from the downtown core, 2 blocks, that could possibly catch on fire right there, just on that part, with no way to stop the fire. Because the hoses won't stop the fire. If the fire reaches inside these walls, the potential of the ship to go up it's a full-blown inferno. We're talking about the size of the Empire State Building, just laying on its side, right there at the water, and there are, I don't know how many of them, there's 45 in total. Are 2 or 3 of them in port every week in Miami? Could you have 2 or 3 skyscrapers at any time go up without proper protection? I don't know how they're allowed to put passengers on board these things. I thought at age 67 I knew it all, but obviously I don't know anything. I don't understand. Thank you. Thank you. JJ, Uncle Bruce, from now on, please include OC in your watch list. Splair, so what company is affected mostly by this news, Uncle Bruce? Splair, there are at least so many cruise lines. They have the 3 big cruise lines. Owings Corning would be another one at a minimum. Those would be the 4 I'd be watching. And I don't know about the spin-offs. I'm not sure who would be spinning off, because if the cruise lines lose 15% of their ships, they can't sail 15% of their ships. That means airlines flying passengers to and from will lose all kinds of business. The hotel chains will lose all kinds of business. We're talking about the possibility of millions of cruises being canceled between 2023 and 2024. Because if these ships could take a year to be retrofitted, these new panels aren't just off the shelf, you know. You got to custom make them. You got to custom produce the fireproof protection for each of these ships. This is a custom order. We're talking maybe 1 year delay before you can resale these ships. We're talking 45 of them and another 15, 20 that are already selling their cruises now out to 2025. They have to cancel all those, delay, postpone, and refund all the money. How many hotel chains are going to be affected? How many airlines are going to be affected? Car rental companies? You just think about the spin-off is just unbelievable. It could be bad. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, there you go. Deuce Caboose is a happy camper. We're not in the $4 range on Sofi anymore. This is good stuff. 912 up 41 cents. Sofi volume this morning going through here now 18.2 million. Thank you very much. We say a 124 gain right now. I happen to see Rocket Lab over 6 as well. 603. Giddy up, everybody. All right, well, there it is. There's the story, and I'm sticking to it. We're at 182 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for coming through for us with 182 thumbs ups. Only 18 away from 200. I am sure the rerun crowd will be there for us. That would be great. JJ, the manufacturer of the faulty fire panels, is OC. It's to be determined how much liability any OC is accountable for. That's Owens Corning. That's the story. Owens Corning. What will be the story there? Larry Titus, thank you for the knee emoji attack. Here we go. Yes, OC. That is the stock in question. Going forward here, that is the name of the parent company of these fire panels, and OC shares that are at 130.26. They were upgraded today, and they're up 149 a share right now. I am stumped by this. I am shocked by it. I am. I just, I don't know. I am, at the moment, there is nothing. There is no news announcement anywhere about this story to do with Owens Corning. Nothing. Yeah, I wonder. Just going to bring it up here to in this neighborhood here. There we go. Yeah, Owens Corning, $130 a share, 130.27. It's an $11.7 billion market cap company. It's not obviously a $1 trillion machine or anything like that. Big corporation though. The 52-week low 74, the 52-week high 132.67. When was that set? Just in the last little while. We're at high today 130.70. So we're near the high of the year right now. Trading at 9.4 times earnings. Trading at very good on earnings multiple. But it is not getting any. There is no story on this story. There's nothing. Going back 5-10 weeks, there's nothing here. There's nothing about this story anywhere in the Owens Corning article in its universe. So it's a subsidiary company out of Helsinki, Finland. They got the problem. It's separate for now. The cruise lines are having to deal with this. The cruise shipbuilders are really having to deal with this. And the world media is oblivious. BW 919, we're going to 921, baby. 918 on Sofi. Let's go. We're looking good on your Sofi. L2 flashing someone to short shares, 105 code. Splayer says 919 on this thing. Look out, Flint Creek. Yes. Everyone's happy with Sofi. High of the day, 919, trading at 918, 919 right now. The high of the day right now is being hit on your Sofi as we speak. We are trading at the high of the session right now. Very, very good. Volume now 19 million. And we're going higher on the day. And then the earnings come out in 3 weeks. 3 weeks yesterday. We find out what's going on. There you go. I don't know, kids. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. Splayer's wondering if money is going from Carvana to SoFi. What's happening here? SoFi running, definitely running. 920 now on SoFi. $9.20. BW is aware the 921 level is resistance. If it breaks through 921, it's gone. According to BW, it's gonna be gone, baby. A huge resistance point on the stock. 921. We're right at 920 right now, and having all kinds of fun. Isn't it interesting? Thank you for the 183 thumbs ups, everybody. 17 away from 200. You guys are great. Thank you. And I keep getting offers from cruise lines for deals on cruises. Yeah, well, there's stuff going on. There's things happening here that are got me worried big time. Boy, oh boy. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Appreciate this wonderful run today from all of you. 184 thumbs ups. Thank you. 16 to go for 200. Thanks, guys. 916 to 920 on SoFi. We'll keep an eye on it. You'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep each other posted on what's going on. And enjoy the upside. 605 on Rocket Lab. Let's go, baby. And Matterport, 345.5 up 26.5 cents on Matterport today. Thank you. GameStop, 24.23 up 70 cents. AI up 124. Smart Rent up 16. 382. Owens Corning still up 130 a share, 137. And thank you all. Unity up $3. Tesla down 4 cents. Apple down 38. Google up 35. Moderna up 14. Cisco up 38. Pfizer up 22. IBM up $1. HPQ up $2.03. 33.58. Very nice. Microsoft down 194. ME up down 3.5 cents. Amazon up 165. Spire unchanged. Home Depot up 208. And Netflix down $7. Adobe up $2. Goldman up 64. Boeing down 143. Meta up 128. Giddy up, everybody. We'll keep an eye on this market going forward. Have a great day, everybody. Give someone you love an extra long hug today. You never know when it's the last time. Thank you all so much for being with me today. And I look forward to seeing you here first thing tomorrow morning. Let's get going. Let's see if we can get you guys richer, okay? Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for your support. Appreciate all of you very much. All right, guys, we'll talk to you a little later. Goodbye from Calgary. Take care.